All right, let's jump straight into this explainer. If you've been literally anywhere on the internet lately, you've seen the massive hype, right? Make 10 grand a month with AI side hustles, zero skills needed, passive income. But seriously, how much of that is actual reality? And how much is just absolute noise? Well, I wanted to put this to the ultimate test. I wanted to see what actually works and what completely fails when you rely purely on AI to generate income. So, we're going to break down the anatomy of a brutal, real-world, 24-hour AI side hustle challenge.
To do this properly, I went full challenger mode. Instead of just guessing what works, I blended data from real case studies. We're talking Reddit entrepreneurs who documented their daily grinds, successful AI freelancers like the team at Fix My AI, and even professional frameworks from ALM Corp. I took all their proven methods and all their painful failures and synthesized them into one intense, no BS 24-hour sprint. The goal was simple: cut through all the fluff and find the absolute truth about making money with AI right now.
Okay, to make this completely fair and realistic, I follow the exact bootstrap parameters laid out in the ALM Corp guide. First up, the budget. Strictly $0 to $100 max. That means using free or dirt cheap tools and absolutely zero coding experience. Second, a strict 24-hour time frame to execute from scratch. Third, I could only use highly accessible tools. Think ChatGPT, Gemini, Canva, and simple no-code builders. Fourth, the goal was to deliver a service or product faster than humanly possible. And finally, the golden rule. Absolutely no generic, get-rich-quick spam. We only want to build real, actual value.
Now, before we start the clock, we need a game plan. Simply Learn's data proves something super important. Going wide and generic is a guaranteed recipe for failure. Stuff like generic blog writing, throwing up random Fiverr gigs, or trying to compete in broad, saturated markets, it leads nowhere. Why? Because AI has already commoditized that work. The winning approach is completely different. It's all about solving high-value specific problems. We're talking automating workflows for local businesses, packaging up YouTube scripts with custom thumbnails, or spinning up niche software products. You have to target specific people with specific pain points.
All right, let's dive into hustle number one, the 45-minute script service. I started with the exact playbook from the Fix My AI case study. Step 1, pick a high-demand, low-competition service. I went with YouTube scripts and thumbnails. Step 2, I used ChatGPT and Gemini to write 3 highly niche sample scripts, combining AI speed with a natural, human, conversational tone. Step 3, I fired up an AI image generator and cranked out 5 thumbnail concepts. Step 4, I jumped on Instagram and started direct messaging creators with these custom samples. Using this hybrid AI approach, I literally spun up an entire portfolio and started pitching buyers in under an hour.
While those DMs were marinating, I immediately pivoted to hustle number 2. Building on a massive success story from a Reddit entrepreneur, this attempt involved becoming an AI web agency. And you know what? The steps here are brilliantly simple. First, find local businesses with terrible, outdated websites. They're everywhere. Next, use AI website builders to generate a completely new, modern site in just 1 to 2 hours. Then, pitch them the setup for a totally reasonable $299. But here's the real kicker. You charge $50 to $60 a month for ongoing hosting and support via Stripe. A service that takes mere hours to fulfill suddenly compounds into reliable, recurring, passive income.
And honestly, this perfectly illustrates the true superpower of AI. Tasks that used to take us days or even weeks are now compressed into a tiny fraction of a single workday. A complete YouTube script and thumbnail package done in under an hour. A fully functional AI website for a local business, just 2 hours. Even building a micro-SaaS product using no-code tools can happen in 24 hours. AI isn't doing the work for you, but it's giving you superhuman speed to deliver services at a rate that was literally impossible a few years ago.
Okay, Section 2, the abyss, facing the obstacles. Or, when AI promises crash hard into reality.
Let me be totally transparent with you. It wasn't all easy money and instant clients. The obstacles I hit during this experiment were brutally humbling, and it's exactly where 99% of people throw in the towel. I hit the exact same wall as this one Reddit user who documented 6 grueling weeks trying to build an AI blog and throwing up Fiverr gigs only to earn absolutely zero. Why? Because passively waiting for inbound Fiverr traffic or setting up generic blogs is a massive waste of time. AI cannot magically generate customer demand for you. If you build it, they will not just come. You have to actively go out and find them.
Because here's the reality check. The real cost of failing isn't just making $0. It's actively bleeding cash and time. Think about it. You've got a $50 ChatGPT Plus subscription, $20 for blog hosting, and the absolute worst cost of all, weeks of wasted time and total frustration. The crucial takeaway here is that if you aren't actively solving a buyer's problem, you're just going to end up draining your wallet on subscription fees with absolutely zero return.
In fact, get this, it's not just solo hustlers failing. Bacon's tech data reveals a mind-blowing statistic. A staggering 95% of generative AI pilots never deliver any measurable profit. Why is that? Because people get entirely obsessed with the shiny new tech instead of focusing on the actual business workflow. They think the AI tool is the product, rather than realizing AI is just a tool to build the product or clear up a bottleneck.
All right, the moment of truth. The final results. What actually happened when the 24-hour clock ran out?
So, after cutting out the failures and focusing purely on direct outreach and value creation, the results are pretty wild. The numbers synthesized from our successful case studies prove you can absolutely generate real cash in a single day, as long as you pick the right vehicle. Using the Fix My AI script method, direct outreach on Instagram secured 2 orders totaling around 1,000 rupees, which is roughly $12, in just hours. With the AI website method, data shows pitching 50 local businesses yields at least 1 solid yes, netting you $299 upfront, plus that sweet recurring hosting fee. And for no-code SaaS, Reddit playbooks confirm that hitting $1,500 a month is completely possible for simple, niche chatbots. The best part of all this? The cost of production was basically zero. That means your profit margin is practically 100%.
Which brings us to a massive reality check. We've got to bust the biggest myth on the internet right now. The myth tells you AI does 100% of the work, you just sit back, earn passive income instantly, and the tool itself is your entire business. Nope, entirely false. The real deal is that AI does about 60% of the heavy lifting. The human touch, your editing, your empathy, your strategy, that makes up the crucial 40%. You still have to hustle, you still have to pitch, and you still have to actually sell the clients. You are the business. AI is just the tool. Think of it like a highly efficient wrench. It's amazing, but you still have to be the mechanic turning it.
So after wading through all these experiments, here are the undeniable, no BS lessons that separate the people actually making money from the ones just burning cash. First, stop tool hopping. It totally kills your momentum. Pick one tool and master it for a month. Second, don't go around selling AI services. Sell a specific solution. Literally no one cares if you use ChatGPT. They only care if you can get them more leads. Third, pure AI text fails every time. You absolutely need human empathy and editing to make it sound natural. Fourth, local businesses will happily pay you to save them time. And lastly, fast delivery, that is your absolute biggest competitive advantage right now.
Ultimately, this all boils down to true value creation. And what does that actually mean? It means solving a specific, painful problem for a specific person or business and using artificial intelligence strictly as a lever for speed and scale. If you only take one single thing away from this entire explainer today, let it be this exact definition of how wealth is actually generated in the modern economy. You aren't getting paid to just write prompts. You're getting paid to solve problems faster than ever before.
Which brings me to one final question. I want you to seriously ask yourself this before you start your next project. Are you trying to make money with AI, or are you using AI to make yourself more valuable? Trust me, that mindset shift changes absolutely everything. I'll leave you with that thought to chew on. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive in today's explainer. Now go out there and build something genuinely valuable.